and down the other side of the wedge.
Mark, thanks. Currently, the standings look like this. Neil Seamar, number one, 66.80, but one full round of runs to go. And our leader, Neil Seamar, up next. He'll drop in from the starter box. Mark, the question is, how will he differ his run from the first?
Well, there, with the cross-legged 540, starting his run exactly the same, I think he's probably going to stick with a very similar run and just really try to refine every trick, add a little bit of style, maybe a little bit of difficulty to it.
He has been so solid throughout today. Both runs to this point on the street course, very consistent.
Nice backside royale, getting on the side of the boots, canting the legs. Very nice use of the course, doing some tricks that you don't see any of the other skaters do. And there's the late 180, very similar to the first run, but a little bit cleaner.
Still has a few seconds left. Neil always uses just about every second he's got.
Nice holding on till the last possible moment. And then coming up on the sole grind, on the sole of his boot, there's another variation up on the sole. Here with a huge 540 to start his runoff, and that score is beautiful, 68.60.
The leader of the pack, soaring above the rest. He's been outstanding so far, betters his first score. Definitely a threat, though, to Neil's position. Eric Shrine, the veteran of the pro ranks, seems to like today's course quite a bit.
I think it's pretty good. I mean, we have a really good skate park by our house that has a lot of transitions, but like here it has a lot of transitions and stuff, and there's, other than the transitions, the rails and the other rail boxes and stuff, it's good course all the way around.
17 years old, Eric Shrine from Southern California. He's ready to drop in.
The big 360. Oh! And beautiful, using the wedge very creatively, airing up into a grind. Haven't seen anybody do that in the entire competition.
That challenging grind should score very high with the judges. We'll find out.
Beautiful, kind grind, getting backwards, locking onto the rail. There are a lot of different types of rails out here, some smaller, some double rails. And the skaters really have to acclimate themselves to all of the different ones.
His grinds on the different rails, Mark, have been outstanding, and that could equal a lot of points for him. Gonna come down fakey into the grind again. Oh, look out.
And that's what happens when you rotate into a grind. If you don't absolutely lock the sole of your boot onto the pipe, you just take a tumble. Street is much more unpredictable than the half pipe. Eric comes in, his right foot locking onto the rail. Beautiful control all the way to the bottom. And here with the huge 360 and a beautiful score.
Eric Shrine vaults into a tie for second place with Matt Mantz. Today's competition going on just outside the Fort Washington Expo Center, where the Adventure Sport Expo is going on, a world-class show, something for everyone, attended by thousands of fans over the weekend, put on by Montgomery Publishing, along with Will Burgers, with help from Toyota and Y100. Coming up, Aaron Feinberg, Nick Riggle, Sean Robertson have hopes of spoiling Neil Seamar's party.
Come on.
Is coming at you, not only on the street, but also the half pipe. It's the other discipline of aggressive skating. The skaters drop into an 11-foot half pipe ramp. Very exciting to see how high they get. We'll see the likes of Ty Chris from Paris, France, the magician. Matt Lindenmuth from right here in Pennsylvania, hometown hero. Then there's Eitan Kramer from Irvine, California, known for his terrific style on the half pipe. And from down under, Cesar Mora, gymnastic style is his forte. You don't want to miss the exciting vert ramp action coming up on ESPN. Here, street competition, Fort Washington. Neil Seamar still is the man to beat, with Mantz and Shrine tied for second right behind him. Here's Aaron Feinberg, a 61.20 on his first run. He's got to improve big time here. He was going to make a run at the leaders.
He comes out of the gun so quickly here with a huge 540. Followed up by another one, this one to transfer and get across the other side of the course. And he's heading right back up to the start box. And here's some technical stuff, except he comes off of the rail. He has such a low center of gravity, Dave, that he's able to get right back on his feet. He doesn't really fall down.
He's got to pull some big tricks, get very technical for the judges to score him highly.
There's the 360 over the rail. And he also is repeating his first run, just trying to do it more technical.
He's had some mistakes. It will not be easy to overcome the leaders the way things are going now for Aaron Feinberg.
Oh, beautiful. He's the only skater so far to get up on top of the wall and ride that coping here, going down hard. He comes out with such speed, keeping his feet up so he doesn't catch him up on the rail.
Well, he can't win. He moves up a couple of notches, though, to a tie for 5th place. Up next, Nick Riggle making his first finals appearance on the ASA Pro Tour. We're sure it won't be his last.
Nice double grab to start things off. The judges love seeing 2 grab combinations. It adds a little bit of difficulty and definitely shows off style and control. Nick is such a fluid skater.
He'll go all the way across the street course to get set up again for more tricks.
Creative use of the rail instead of doing a grind, just kind of a fast plant off of it. And some fancy footwork. This is a different run than we've seen before. Very technical, coming up backwards, locking his skates on the coping. This run lacks amplitude or energy, but it is so technical. There, a beautiful rotation into the grind, locking onto the sole. And here, the double grab. There's the first, poking his foot out and then bringing his feet up. Very nice style.
Our last remaining competitor with a chance to take the Philadelphia Pro Tour Championship, Sean Robertson. He did that the last event. Can he do it now? Stick around. Well, it all comes down to this. We started our day with 26 street competitors. We're down to one deciding run. Our leader, Neil Seamark, can only do what we're doing right now. That's watch and wait. Can you imagine the pressure on Sean Robertson's mind about now? He's been pro for less than a month. A win in back-to-back tour stops, that's what he wants.
I feel a lot of pressure, actually. I'm up on the ramp, just like nervous, shaking, try to talk to people, calm myself down. And then when it's counting down, I just try to focus in and skate my best.
Currently in 7th place, but I don't think that'll be for long right now.
And here he is, newly focused. He's ready to go. Huge gap right off the bat. He's the only skater to not begin up on the start box. He starts on the vert wall, trying something a little bit different, varying it for the judges there with a nice 360. Davey skates with so much speed.
Trying to go really big for the judges about halfway through this final run.
Nice little royale, getting on the sides of the boots, then heading back to the other side of the course. He's used just about every ramp here.
Mark, what do you think? Is this the winning run?
It's got a lot of speed, but I don't know. It's not as technical as Neil Seamar's. There with the unity grind, he has a great flow, a good line, lots of consistency, some creativity, but the difficulty, the technical difficulty, is just a little bit lower. Here, going for the sole. That's topside, and his foot got a little caught up, but he rode it all the way to the end, and there, the unity grind.
A strong second run from Sean Robertson, but not quite good enough. He does vault his score from 7th to 2nd, but Neil Seamar takes it with a 68.60 and wins the competition. That also means Neil now is atop the men's pro street standings board at the moment. He's established himself as the most consistent skater out there on the street course. He joins our Mark Shays.
After your first run, I mean, you already had established the lead. Did you think that you'd pretty much had the lead and you could hold on to it?
Well, like, I guess so. I mean, all I did was want to like do my second run and just add like a couple more tricks and just make it a little better. I wasn't really worried like if I was in first or not.
Do you feel any pressure with guys like Sean Robertson who came out, you know, won Orlando, and then boom, there he was in first place after the prelims going into the finals?
Yeah, of course. I mean, like I feel pressure like from all the skaters. They're all really good. Sean's really good too. He like skates vert and he's like can do a lot of launches and stuff. So, yeah.
So congratulations again go out to Neil Seamar with a big win today. And of course, Matt Mance for his third place finish. Sean Robertson in second, both being honored by the event hosts, Mike Beaudry of Wilburgers and Leslie Hamana from Montgomery newspapers. Neil Seamar, good as gold on the street course this weekend in Fort Washington. Our special thanks go out to the host hotel, the Holiday Inn of Fort Washington. Yeah, as the ASA Pro Tour continues on ESPN.